The Mindshow experience is divided up into different scenarios or shows as deemed by the program. With each show, there's a narration that plays that ends with a specific task that is asked of the participant. This task is related to different real-life steps within an immunization process. This first scenario is titled Cold. The end goal with this scenario is to physically have the arm sterilized for an immunization. However, there's a different task that is asked of that relates to this within the specific Mindshow experience. Raphael, within those specific shows, if you could just play the one titled Cold. My name is Dr. Humble, and here we have Mr. Snowman. Good morning, Mr. Snowman. How are you today? Great, thank you, Dr. Humble. Great. Why don't you say hi to Mr. Snowman? The Mindshow experience revolves around scenarios where the patient is to raise their hand to accomplish some sort of task. As shown, the first task was to shake a snowman's hand. The second task is to pass along a hot cup of cocoa to the doctor. And the final task is to receive a present given by the snowman. The entire experience by the patient is similar to that of the Google Tilt procedure. The emphasis of this experience is more so the practitioner's involvement in mixing virtual reality to real-life stimuli. The remainder of this explanation will be focusing on the real-life involvement of the practitioner to emphasize the difference between this experience and the Google Tilt Brush experience. My bad. The primary goal of this first scenario is to have the patient extend their arm and shake Mrs. Snowman's hand. Now, this is when the practitioner would come in and play along and say something along the lines of that, oh, Mr. Snowman is extremely cold, and therefore a cold sensation might occur. Now, the real-life equivalent of this would be wiping the arm with an alcohol wipe and preparing for the immunization. For the second task, the patient is asked to extend their arm to pass along this hot cocoa from themselves to the doctor. The real-life equivalent task of this would be to give the immunization to the patient. The patient, however, perceives a hot sensation in their hand, and therefore, a random hot sensation, the shot in the arm, would startle them. To alleviate this transition, a real-life hot stimulus such as this coffee is needed. When the patient is initially reaching out their arm, the hot coffee in real life is to be touched upon the patient's hand. Then the practitioner is to say something along the lines of, oh, the coffee is too hot. Do you mind bringing it closer to your mouth and blowing to cool it down? Be careful though, it might splash upon you. When the patient is now in this position, the real-life hot coffee is then to be touched on their arm and slowly work its way up to eventually where the shot is given and is no longer a hot, surprising stimuli to the patient. So this third and final scenario is tasked with the patient to be receiving a present from the snowman. We do not want to leave the patient with an overall negative experience of the virtual reality, so therefore ending on a positive scenario is the best way to go around this. The practitioner would then take the actual controller and give them a real-life present, such as candy or in this case, a piece of gum. Then, this is expected that the entire experience is over, and therefore the patient can now see what present they got.
Thank you.